Assalamu alaikum. You probably seen Khabib as soon as the fight ended go to his knees, and you thought that he is prostrating, making sujood. And I was looking at the screen. I realized he's not making sujood. The position that he's in is not a sujood position. So I start thinking, what is he doing? And then I realize his body's shaking. And then you come to the realization that he is crying. His emotions just came out. It just burst out. And then you realize that, wow, there's something really hurting him. And of course, you come to the realization that it's the passing of his father, him reaching this milestone where 8 years ago in 2012, when he joined AKA Gym, he could not have envisioned that he could reach this pedestal. He could not have envisioned that he would be the number one searched guy on Google. He could not have envisioned that he would make multi-million-dollar deals and fights, the most in the UFC. He could not have imagined that he would have millions and millions of followers on social media. The pressure that was on him, he broke down. It was just too much. And then on top of that, his father, who passed away, it's too much to handle for a guy. I believe that it was just not the passing of his father that made Khabib show this soft side to him. It's the pressure that I believe, Wallahu A'lam, that on the day of judgment, Allah will ask him about this position that Allah put him in. This position where everybody is listening to him. Everybody is following him. Everybody wants to know what he is doing. And if he does not deliver, then he knows that all of this, the money, the fame, you name it, will mean nothing on the day of judgment. And I think that it just all piled up on top of him, the realization that, wow, like, I'm a superstar. Now, is that a good thing for my akhirah? And that's why he's always constantly trying to remind himself to, give praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As soon as the first word that came out of his mouth is Alhamdulillah.
Yusuf, I want to say Alhamdulillah. God give me everything.
And that's a realization that all of this is from Allah. And then he says, Allah could just take it all away. Now I have everything, and one day I could have nothing. And then he starts to advise Justin Gaethje to look after your parents.
Be close with your parents, because one day it's going to happen something, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know.
And he said in Russian, my dad passed away. Now I only have one, his mother. And I want to spend more time with her and so on. And you know that when he is advising Gaethje, he's advising us that if you have one of your parents, let alone two, look after them, take care of them. No matter how high you get, lower your wings to them. Your wings of fame and success, lower that to them. Humble yourself to your parents, because that's all you got. There is nobody in the world that could come close to the level of your parents. Nobody in the world. Your parents are at this pedestal. Allah put them there for a reason. And if Allah put something at this position, this high position, that means it'll be tough. That means being obedient and loving and caring for them is not easy. And that's why he gave a promise to his mother that this will be his last fight. And it took him, he said, 3 days to discuss it with her. And then she agreed, okay, this will be your last fight. And we know one thing about Khabib: when he gives his word, he gives his word.
I promise her it's going to be my last fight. And if I give my word, I have to follow this.
I've been following Khabib, not for a long time, probably for the past couple of years. And I realized that this man, he didn't have to change himself to fit to the circumstance of what a superstar should be. Khabib is a man of his word. And never once did he change himself. I believe that he became more humble because of his success. He said on countless occasions, I used to pick fights in the streets, and he was a bad boy. And I think through success, it made him humble. And you could see that manifestation of his humility and humbleness through his, I would say, the last 3 years of his UFC, from the time of Conor till today, that he is realizing that people watch me. Young kids want to be like me. And this responsibility that I have on my shoulder, if I don't deal with it in a proper way, then it will destroy me in the akhirah, before the dunya, in the afterlife, before this life. And so, from the bottom of my heart, I wish him, not I wish, I pray for him that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stabilize his faith and give it a secure and a stable foundation that is unshakable, and give him a sense of relief from this built-up pressure that you could see from him. And the side that we've seen from Khabib, many fighters don't show that side. But Khabib reluctantly showed us that side, and we appreciate it. And not only us as the fans, even the fighters. McGregor came out and praised him for that. Put all the beef aside and just praised him. Because he knows deep down inside that this guy is a special fighter. Even Gaethje came and right after being choked out and put to sleep, came up to him and gave him a hug and told him, just whatever he shared with him. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give Khabib tranquility in his heart, to relax his mind and relax his this pressure that is building up inside of him, because it's truly, a lot of us may not handle this pressure. A lot of us might cave in to this pressure and just lose it. And Allah subhanahu, it seems like alhamdulillah, that he is taking it very well. And لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not burden anyone except with which he could handle. And Allah knows that Khabib could handle this pressure. And may Allah make him, a da'i, that this is, he's retired from the sport, and and may Allah open doors for him for da'wah, because being, the number one pound for pound fighter, it comes with a lot of open doors, and it could be used for da'wah. And I'm sure many people, that love Khabib have at least were interested in Islam, and read about Islam, and had a change of heart about what this religion is. And some might have converted to Islam. Allahu Alam. So I'll leave it there. This is, I release videos like this periodically. If you like the content, don't share the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you liked it, and we'll see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.